Okay, come in, no one can against me, so what are you gonna say? Of course that is what you can have, that I'm here, that I'm gonna shoot myself. Of course I have my halo, that is what you can have, that no one can against me, so what are you gonna say? Of course I give a damn about what you're saying, and no one can against me, so what are you gonna say? Of course that is what you can have, that I'm here, that no one can against me, so what are you gonna say? Of course that is what you can see, that I'm here, that I know how to move. Of course motherfuckers, I don't want war, I don't want to kill anyone. Of course that is what you can have, that I lie, but I don't want to kill anyone. They suicide to get my money, so I give a damn if they die. Of course that is what you can have, that no one can against me, so what are you gonna say? Of course I'm here and no one can against me, so what are you gonna say? I'm here and I'm gonna do what I want. Of course that is what you can have, that no one can against me, so what are you gonna say? Of course I give a damn if you suicide to get my money. You cannot try to suicide, I give a damn, no one can against me, so what are you gonna say? Of course that is what you can have, that I'm here, that I know how to move and no one can against me, so what are you gonna say? Of course that is what you can have, that I mean that I know how to move and no one can against me, so what are you gonna say? I give a damn, you can believe in what you want. If you believe that some death guy reborn in your kid, you're in your right, motherfucker, but I give a damn, I don't believe in that and you are not gonna make me believe in that. Of course I come in, no one can against me, so what are you gonna say? Of course no one can against me, so come on. Of course that is what you can have, that I know how to move. Of course that is what you can see, that I'm in it, that I know how to move and that against me, so what are you gonna say? Of course you want to come in and make us believe in John Smith, please. That is what you can have, that I'm not gonna give you a single cent, motherfuckers. That is what you can have, that you wanna force us to believe in John Smith. Of course, motherfuckers, I don't believe in you. I come here with my Russian money, you gonna fuck my ass if you want. Of course, that is what you can have, that I give it them. Of course, that is what you can see, that no one can against me, so come on. Of course, that is what you can have, that I'm in my ring here. Of course, that is what you can have, that no one can against me, so come on. Of course that is what you can see, so come on. Of course that is what you can see, that I come in. Of course that is what you can have, that I know how to move, so come on. Of course that is what you can have, so come on. Of course I know how to move, so come on. Of course that is what you can have, that no one can against me, so come on. Of course you wanna force us to believe in John Smith. I don't believe in John Smith, and I'm here with my Tower 31 with my ring. That is what you can have, that no one can against me. Of course that is what you can have, that I'm gonna let you out behind. Of course that is what you can have, that no one can against me, so come on. Of course that is what you can see, that no one can against me, so come on. Of course that is what you can see, that no one can against me, so come on. Of course that is what you can have, that I know how to move. Of course I don't believe in you, motherfuckers. That is what you can have, you believe that some death guy reborn in your kid. Okay, believe that if you want, but you're not gonna force me believe in that. Of course I believe in pleasure and sadness and everything, but I don't want to kill anyone. Of course motherfuckers, that is what you can have, that no one can against me, so come on. Of course motherfuckers, that is what you can have, that no one can against me, so what are you gonna say? Of course that is what you can see, that I command, that no one can against me, and that I'm gonna be so fine. of course, motherfuckers, that is what you can have. So come on, of course, you want to fight against me, of course, try it if you want, but they don't care, I'm a pacifist, motherfucker, I don't believe in you. That is what you can have, that no one can be against me, of course, that is what you can have, that they don't believe in you, that they don't want nothing from you. That is what you can have. When I die, I don't want none of your kids, motherfucker. That is what you can have. That I don't want to reborn in no one of you, of course. And don't bring me money to my beer, of course, because I don't want, of course, that is what you can have. That no one can against me, so come on. Of course, that is what you can have. That no one can against me, so come on. Of course, that is what you can see. That no one can against me. I'm gonna give it them. That they don't want to see this world anymore. Of course, motherfuckers, I don't believe in you anymore. I believe in you never. That is what you can have. That I give it them about John Smith. Of course, that I'm here. Play your roulette in my tower 30 shouldn't let me wait. Of course, that is what you can have. That I give it them. So come on. Of course, that is what you can see. That no one can against me. So come on. Of course, that is what you can have. That no one can against me. Of course, market and prevention. That my don't give money to the rich people. Paying with their taxes what they make gifts to the rich people, paying the taxes to pay it back, of course, you're stealing the people and not banks, motherfuckers.